Hello, everybody. I'm sunny Las Vegas. Thank you for joining. I have a new system, so I'm testing it out at the same time. On my end, my Yeti is not working, so I'm using the laptop's microphone. So hopefully it's good enough. If not, I'll figure it out when I get back from New York, which is something I'll talk about later on. How are you all doing? What did you find today? Are you ready for the weekend to do some treasure hunting, or did you already start that? Today there was some yard sales. Last minute, I was driving around, dropping some stuff off at the post office around 9, and I saw two signs that weren't there about 30 minutes, and then more community signs coming up for tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday. Saturday is going to be our reseller meet and greet pop up shop at the Boulder Highway swap meet from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. I got to throw in that it's not PM to PM. So that's going to confuse a lot of people, especially myself, and that's very easy to do. Hi, Sandy Pratt. Hello, Miss Sandy. Ink Picker, Alicia, what's going on? How's Corey doing? I'm glad to hear that your flight was good. It was kind of crazy with the Trash to Cash podcast. Everybody that was coming in on the Discord, private society Discord, with the Trash to Cash peeps, I saw like a handful of people on there, and I felt so bad that they were all having flight problems. And I guess that's it's happening all over. I hope we don't have those when we go to New York. My wife and I are gonna be celebrating 12 years of being happily married, at least 80% of the time. You're always gonna have those times where you bump heads, and it's okay. Stick together. It makes you work on yourself, and that's one thing. Even after 12 years of marriage and 42 years of being blessed to live on this earth, I'm still learning a lot about a lot of things. Um, Being that I was in the military for 10 and a half years and then working security for 4 years, and just these little things kind of took me away from life. And that's why I think I'm a big kid when it comes to like the reseller world. I had toys growing up, but I didn't have like GI Joes. I would steal GI Joes from my neighbor, and then they knew I was the only one that was stealing them. And then I would give them back, and then I'll go steal them again. I never learned my lesson, but it was what an interesting life when you think about it. And last night I was having such a headache for about an hour and a half or two, trying to edit my video because I had said in my previous video that I was going to do 90 days of video content. And then boom, my tablet just like gave out, turned off, turned on, and then it wouldn't read my external hard drive, my memory bank, and I couldn't figure out how to get it. And it's funny that with external hard drive and memory stuff, one of the biggest things that it tells you to do is to maybe use a different tablet or a different computer. And it's like there has to be a better answer than that and a better way of figuring some things out. What was it that I was doing today? Whatnot. I know I'm jumping back and forth, but I think with Whatnot, a really good thing that they need to work on is if you could zoom in and out with your camera, so that way it's easier when you're setting up. If you don't have that much space, I'm supposed to have more space than what I would like, but my hoarding has taken over, and I've been using that word a lot. But I am working on getting organized. What do we got? Kathy Turner. Hello, Kathy Turner. Got Jerry. Jerry. Hi, everybody. Yahoo! Live with Sunny. Thank you for being excited to come visit me. We had an amazing week this week. It was really busy. We did a lot of walking. There was a little pushing and shoving. You could go watch the Trash to Cash podcast and see what I'm talking about as we were walking Fremont. But we were so busy, like my legs were sore. Like I haven't felt that way in a long time. And then when I tried to go to the gym after it was all over, I was too sore to run. I really was, and I was like, "Why? Why? I just walk." But walking does a lot of good. So if you can't run, walk. I don't recommend crawling, not in this weather in Las Vegas. It's going to be a little hot. You might get a little scraped up and burnt up as well. And then hasn't even hit the like climax of July, where it tends to have record-breaking heat waves. And I don't think my hair is going to like it very much. No, no, no. Who do we got in here, folks? Thank you all for coming in. Cash flow fam. I've been seeing you on Instagram, my dude. You and your family are putting in a lot of work, very organized, not like myself. I wish I had some assistants, but you got to make do with what you got. And you're very motivating, my friend. You and your wife. Hope the kids are doing well. The chiquititos, the little mocosos. Lynette eats. Hello, Sunny, with a lot of hearts. Hearts back right to you. And then we got Asia. Recognize Asia on here. She often supports here, Instagram, whatnot is where I see her the most. And I wanted to do 3 shows this week. Said it last week, and this week I will be able to hold that through. I believe today was one. I think I had another one. I got one more this week. I need to set up and get some photos. If you have any questions about whatnot, I may have the answers. I am trying to do my best to not only grow there myself, but push people over to other people that come in the chat. So it's a good thing. There's a handful of people today that messaged about whatnot. Rebecca, Family Treasures, I believe. She just reapplied. They're asking for photos. And I'm saying this because if you're thinking about applying, it's simple, but it's not as simple as I applied, approve me. Sometimes they're gonna want photos, and it's good to just have photos of what you have. Take photos of it, even if you're already selling it. Just have photos stocked up to share with them of what you have available or things that you have in common. And I know when I applied for whatnot, it was vintage clothing, and about three whatnots in, it was like jewelry and other things. But I've been on whatnot for over a year. Hats was one. So just once you get in and you run out of stuff that you have, and you tend to find other things more, and you think it's worthy of getting for the price that you get it for and reselling, by all means, don't limit yourself unless you want to really be niche, niche down. But I'm open to a lot of things. So is my my content. Like I look for anything that I can to learn about it and make a profit off of it. And I just think of it like, why not learn? I wish I had this much motivation and thrive and ambition to learn when I was in school, but that's the plan. Somehow I ended up getting a diploma there and in college. I never thought I was college material, but my wife, who I talk about a lot, I credit her a lot for this. She got me to go to college. I didn't know you could go did like artsy stuff in college. I just thought from a little town that I came from was like people said one day you're gonna be rich, and I was waiting to be rich, and it never happened. And then it was like one day they're just gonna you're gonna be famous, and it was like still waiting on that. Um, I wish there was more information, is what I'm saying. To when people say things like that, or you give that advice to others, is that you tell them like, "Hey, there's so and so, or let's look this up online. I know there's more for you that you could take from and research and be like, what did they do?" And have them reach out to these people and say, "Hey, for example, I'm Sunny Las Vegas, and I want to learn how to be an engineer, and I found you on here. And what do you have any tips on what should I be learning about to get a heads up or a step forward compared to other people who aren't even thinking about this?" Because kids at a young age, I know I had all these big dreams of I wanted to be an artist, and I still feel I am an artist. I just haven't applied myself as I should be doing, but that is coming soon, especially with photography and meshing it with my art side of characters. I love characters, especially little chubby characters, because it fits me in my body size. 75 people in here. Thank you, folks. So one thing about the past that I have, I used to hate wearing this T-shirt. I just didn't sell all of them. Bad Accents. I used to have a clothing brand back in Hawaii called Bad Accents. That's where I first started learning about a little bit of marketing, social media, how to connect with people, how to be involved, how to get out there. And it's simply just really putting yourself in these places to be seen, and people see what you have available. And then you see other people and you get inspired, which is one thing with the Trash to Cash podcast. I so much people coming or came and gonna come back again that have said things and they not realize that it just sparked all these new light bulbs that I wasn't thinking about before. And it's good to have people like that where people are just feeding off of each other. Good vibes. You're not asking like, what can I steal from Sunny Las Vegas? What can I steal from Asia Cruise? It's like, no, I'm listening to you because I may not know what you're talking about, but I'll end up getting it after a moment. And again, I am very slow. And if I could do what I'm doing, I believe a lot of you could too. One thing about reselling, I had no idea about reselling was all of this that's happening now. When I started reselling here in Las Vegas, I did it because I was really sucking at finding jobs. I remember everything was like at $10, $11 an hour. And I thought it was great. I came from the military. I really wasn't thinking about how much I was getting paid. I was a moron. I wasn't saving like I should. My wife was the one saving when I met her. And then when I became a civilian, that money just went. I was like, man, I thought it was gonna last forever. And now that I look back on it, I wish I had saved because I would have probably been like a multi-thousandaire, not a millionaire, but I would have probably been close if I had all these opportunities and lumps of money that I had in bonuses in the military. I would have probably been close to being a millionaire. Um, damn it. But money doesn't make you happy, folks. I left a 60 plus $1,000 job working at the only 5-star resort over here in Vegas because I think I outgrew it. Like I outgrew my ambitions there and I was limited. And plus, I wasn't really good at shooting. And I just figured like reselling has been there for me and it's done wonders and has brought me to people. And that's where I realized after a while that it was no longer about money, it's about community and people and just talking and sharing your knowledge. And it ended up, it's still working wonders. I just got asked recently to be a speaker that I shared in a video to speak for with List Perfectly at their Arizona event. And that was when I was like, whoa, like I not until recently I started thinking about speaking. And I think it's because when I first heard about Mikey Bags of Money, that was his first time he had went to the reseller Boss Reseller Remix. He's known Katie and Vicky for some time, and still learning a lot about the community. I am. Some people are like, you know, these people, you know that people. I know of them, and I'm friends with people. Not everybody. I'm friendly to a lot of people, but some of the people I'm still learning so much about them because when we're together, it's like only moments. It takes really takes a long time to understand what people are doing in the community or around you or in other communities to learn that there's so much more that they're doing that it's hard to say in one sitting, like on a live or in a video. And I think that makes it really interesting when you become a content creator and you're looking at things that you may be starting off as just I want to make some extra cash so I don't have to have this weight on my shoulders, which nobody wants. And then all of a sudden, like that weight is off. You're not thinking about it anymore. You're thinking about how can I learn? How can I get better? How can I make more money? And then don't be like me. You need to start thinking, how can I save more money? How can I make more? How can I save more? And then you got to figure out why. Why do I want to save? What is that why? And that why will always change. It will evolve as you will evolve. It gets easier, but the more you want, the more you got to work for it. I'm covering the name. Damadidley, Linda. Hi, Sunny. Hi, everyone. Anybody's birthdays in here? Anybody birth? Is this your birth month, or is it coming up next month? I think that's a good question. I bet there's some birthday peeps up in here. Carrying one. Hi, everyone. Yo. Oh yeah, I covered that one. Oh, I'm seeing comments and hearts on my Yahoo thing, but not on this one. Thank you, Miss Sandy. Thank you. Somebody asked me a whatnot when American Arbitrage, I think, or was it in my life? Mikey went, rated me. I did my whatnot, and then I rated Carry American Arbitrage. And somewhere along there, somebody had said, are you going to the Boss Reseller Remix? And yes, I am, folks. Not only am I going to be a speaker for List Perfectly at List Perfectly the end of next month, I just got the email the other day. I've been holding on to it and I applied for this. It wasn't something that was like, Sonny, you're amazing. You're awesome. I want you to speak for me. No, I had to reach out for this opportunity. And if people are asking folks, asking you to just type something in, do you think you have what it takes or something we see that fits in something that other people may not be thinking about? You might get that thumbs up and say, yo, Miss Sandy Pratt, you could come and talk. over here and share your knowledge. I think it'll benefit the community. There's only so much times and opportunities that this happens, and I think it's really fun that the Boss Reseller Remix, Katie. Funny story about the email. Katie messaged me, but it had Teresa Cox's name on there. So when I was reading it, I was all excited and I replied back, "Thank you. I'm looking forward to this." And there's some other things inside there that we're still trying to figure out. But when I seen Katie, she said, "I just want to let you know I messaged you, not Teresa, and I'll never let her know that you thanked her." Just funny how you could just talk with people like that, just like this little humor, like it's innocent humor. But now I got to figure out how exactly to put something something. See, I'm not even organized. So for me to have a speech, which I know I'm ready for, but to be on the level of speaking to others, I'm definitely going to be wearing diapers that day. I am probably going to crap my chones. How many of you have spoken in front of people? I did it in the military, and this is different because it's been so much years. I'm rusty from it, and if I've done it once, I can do it again. I can do it a lot better. I train a lot in my head and even in person. That's another thing. When you're going to talk in front of people, it's really good to record yourself, talk through your speech, and if you have a PowerPoint, you kind of time it to where you do it repetitively. So when you comes close to it, you hopefully you don't choke like I probably will, and you nail it. So I wish you good luck. 101 people up in here. What's up, everybody? Welcome. I'm Sunny Las Vegas. I am a content creator, reseller. Uh, I don't know if this is too big headed. I'm not big headed, but I've been saying the past few posts and stuff. I was like the people's resellers. And I was like, that might be like a good thing, like the Dallas Cowboys back in the day. And then now all of a sudden, a lot of people just hate them. So I don't want no hate on anybody. I don't hate anybody. Who do we got here? How do I do this? Oh, how do I? This is a different system. House, what's up, my friend? This per. I hope I'm pointing right on the camera. Let me see. Let me open up my windows. No, I can't do it there. But House of Rocks finds amazing stuff, and I'm always blown away. I'm like, I want to find stuff like that. The only way you're gonna find stuff that you don't know about is to follow other people. So with that, excuse me, comment in here in the chat. Do you resell? Are you planning to resell? Are you going on what now? What are you doing? Share your goals, share your plans, and other people might just be like, I'm going to follow this person. I want to root for them. Or you already may be doing something. Also share experience. How long you've been reselling? Are you a content creator? You might be amazed how much people are out there looking for people, more and more people, because it is really never enough. There's not enough people to learn from. Reseller clickbait podcast. The dudes right here. Oh, I just took down Ken. I have a feeling this is Ken right here. Um, I met Ken. Jimmy has stayed over Old School Flips several times. Now he has two channels. He is on the road. Him and Carrie, they are doing their 90 days, and so am I. I'm trying to figure out the setup. I figured today I'll go live before I go to New York. But Ken has, if you look at the recent podcasts, Ken has a headshot or a profile photo or a modeling headshot. And when I seen it, it like blew my mind in a good way. Like, why didn't I do this before? But his is perfect. When I come back from New York, I'm gonna, however I have it set up, I'm gonna have his photo up in the back. So not until maybe I get a new one from him, his is always gonna be seen. Like it's just an epic headshot of him. What's up, Letty Valdez? How's it going? I've seen you several times today, and I do not get tired of seeing good people with good vibes. Vintage Viking Treasures, hello all. Marcia Johnson, aloha, hello, welcome. Como estaca? Was Jerry here from Arizona? I'm gonna be going. It's gonna be Phoenix, Arizona. Jonathan Hustleman, who I got to go thrift with, him and his father. Really good guy, really funny, really good vibes. I can't wait to see them again and go thrifting out there. So, ladies and gents, I don't have all the information for the Less Perfectly camp party. Um, but if you're a moderator up in here, you could share it if you want. No pressure to do it or not. But if you look it up online, Less Perfectly Arizona events, you're gonna end up finding it. And one thing I like about Less Perfectly, other than being invited to like private parties up in like the top tier of casinos and having the best views with amazing people and friends like Mikey Bags Money, inviting my wife, his wife, and other people. Like they are just super nice, real people with all the names I just mentioned earlier. Well, Tiffany, I haven't met Tiffany yet, but just the vibes of from her messages, just feels like just nice people. They all are. Doug, Josh is one of the new ones. He's a speaker, talks about cards. I believe he had one live with card breaking and more information about that, which I don't know about card breakings, but I have quite a bit of cards, which I'm probably gonna share with Kerry, um, or he could educate me on it, and I could bring some of that content over on here just a little bit because my demographic of stuff is not cards, but a little bit I think will work. Not looking forward to the heat in Arizona. I heard Jonathan's dad said that Arizona actually gets hotter than Vegas, and I'm like, oh man, uh, gonna have to wear a lot of sunscreen, like coats and coats of it. Linda, hi Linda. Angie Ferguson. Hello, Angie. Love dogs. I'm behind again. Am I not? On my closet now, I'm selling anything. Everybody says starts from home. Start from home. Start with what you have. And if you don't have anything, or you feel you don't have anything, there's knowledge to be found, say on eBay, on Poshmark. There's people that you could ask questions to. You don't need things to learn about things, how to sell. Like you could just look up a picture and take a screenshot, throw it up on Google Lens, and go that way. And you don't need to have anything right away. But I do want to work. Um, I've been thinking about because I haven't done giveaways in a while, but what I want to do is get some new resellers because there are a handful of resellers that are people wanting to resell and they haven't because they don't have some things. So I'm thinking of getting together, maybe the reseller cartel group, have a like a thermal printer, some shipping supplies, and like 50 or $100, like a little Kickstarter to give out. Depending on how much people we could get to participate, I think that would be really good. And then speaking of, I need to get to it. What's up, Ella? Hi, Ella. Nice to see you. Nice to see you in here. Another one to follow, folks. Another good one. Dan out in Philly. Philly. What's up, Dan? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're sleeping like a baby in your new home. I've been in my house since 2018 and I still feel like it's brand new, other than my collection of stuffs. Thanks for sharing. Have a blessed day. Name of Espiritu Santo. Hi, my friend. I say that a lot. I'm like, hey, friend, when I walk up to people. Nem Lera, hello from the Philippines. ¿Cómo está ka, auntie? And then she's going to say, Mabuti, anako. That's what she's going to say. Mary, Mary, here are my thoughts, my friend. And this is what I see, and I was going to get to it. We are wiser in hindsight. Very true. And sometimes for me, the wiser ends up coming after I make mistakes or I say something that's like, oh. But I think it's good when you could catch yourself that fast and correct yourself rather than letting it go on and then somebody telling you you're wrong and telling you you're wrong in a hard way to where you block them out. So, one thing I was telling a friend, a new friend, actually my wife's cousin's boyfriend's friend who is out in Arizona, who is he's a rapper. He's a rapper out there, really good guy out in Arizona. His name is Humble Maine. And the friend, Shaq, was talking about how he had some hardships. He went to prison and how he's trying to get other people to do this and how people have told him to do things. And I was like, yeah, it's all about the approach. It's all about having candor. So he asked me about candor. And directly he said, "What's candor?" And I told him candor is like me telling any one of you, going up to you, and imagine me talking to, let's say Jerry, Jerry, right? I go up to Jerry. I was like, "Hey, take out the trash." Say I'm her superior, like her boss or supervisor, and I'm in front of all of y'all. Y'all see her, you're mingling. I go up to Jerry and I said, "Hey, take out the trash." And everybody's like, "Whoa." It just comes. I could be harder. I just don't have that in me anymore, like I was in the military. But candor on the other side is like, hey Jerry, I know you're busy and you're all talking and you could get back to that, but would you mind throwing the trash out for me? And just right there, no explanation why, you're just asking in a way that's polite and respectful. And you could do it in your own way, but there's a big difference. And he was like, man, I need to learn that. I need to use that as well. So that's one of my little examples of candor. It goes a long way, folks. The way you talk to people goes a long, long way. Mary, and thank you likewise for being yourself. Here we go, folks. Where's my thing? Again, this is a new setup. Rebecca hooked me up with this laptop, and I got a lot of updating to do. So it's not letting. I'm not used to the little trackpad. I'm used to my mouse, which I keep reaching for, and it's not here. It's downstairs. Is this a super chat? I haven't been on in a while. Yes, for you. Super chat. Did y'all hear the music on that? Because I'm not hearing it on my end. That's one of the things is the audio on here. So I'm not sure how to fix the audio. What are people laughing at? What is what is Asia laughing at? Me? What did I say? Awesome, congrats. Must be the stuff I was talking about. What's up? ¿Cómo está, Kapari? I got your message on Instagram. Yes, I will be there at the Boulder Highway Swap Meet along with Mikey Bags of Money this Saturday from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. So, folks, say you can't make that and you still want to like see us or hang out. We are gonna be down the road at one of the casinos, and it's called Guadalajara Restaurant. They have the most amazing surf and turf burritos. I cannot wait for that. I hope the sun doesn't kill us, which it won't, but it's going to feel like torture. We do not have a cover. I didn't think about it. We are men, cavemen, and we are just figuring it out as we go. But we're going to prove a lot from this one and learn from it and carry it over the next time we have another event. What's, oh, Zeke's messaging. Yo, Sonny. Let me tell Zeke. Zeke was another one on at the Trash to Cash, a local that I just met. Julian, oh, so I don't know where my finger's at right here to point at him, but he is a vendor right here too. Um, we bought some stuff. He was on a video, and then just been communicating on social media. So I hope you do well. I hope you do so good that you don't even go over towards us. That's how much I hope you do good. I am a Toastmaster. I speak a lot. I speak to a lot of people, Toastmasters and for training. I'm gonna look at that up. Toastmasters. I have such anxiety talking in large groups. I used to have bad anxiety, believe it or not. I say it every once in a while. I used to be really shy, especially when I knew like a girl liked me. But when people would just put me out in front of people, like it's okay to talk amongst each others. I'm okay with that. But in front of people, it wasn't until the military, one of my sergeants said, you need to practice, talk to the mirror. And at the time, there was no cell phones. That's when they had the flip phones, and you pull out the little plastic, like 3 yard little antenna, and you're like, how does this 3 yard antenna fit inside this little flip phone? Magic. That's what I gotta say. But it was really just practicing overs and overs, and then trying to envision, imagine the people how are they gonna see. And usually in the military for training, they did like a horseshoe, and people kneel down, people get tired. And then I thought about what are the things I don't like about training when people talk to us? Not like they're bad talkers. It's just like, how did I feel like uncomfortable and why? It's like, because I wasn't really into it. You get bored. You're just trying to relax, find the best spot. But when you're on grass, even soft grass, it becomes uncomfortable after a while. So I just trained, try to like look at people, get them involved, ask them questions, and then you talk to the crowd. You never, well, it's okay if you do, but it's like you don't focus on one person unless you talk to them, and you don't set people up and in groups to make them feel like you don't know this answer. You never do that. I've seen people give people a heads up, like, hey, I'm going to ask you this. Do you know the answer? And some have said, I don't know the answer. It's like, okay, do you? Yeah, you do. Okay, I'm going to ask you. So sometimes it's that way. A lot of stuff to learn about when it comes to speaking. But just practice, record yourself, Don't try to make every sentence perfect. This is what I do as a content creator. I used to try to structure my videos because that's what people were saying, from what I was learning about back in 2017. Videos of you go record yourself and you plan out what you're going to say, but when you're reselling you never know what you're going to come across, so that experience comes afterwards, and then it just comes together. Just have fun, relax, but just talk through it. If you already have something set up, talk through it, listen to yourself rather than every little piece, because if you try to perfect every little sentence, that takes so much longer. So you just go through it, and it's okay to share the hiccups. I tell people that from time to time. Those are actually the funny parts, and it shows that you're human, which we all are, and it's okay to be imperfect because we are each perfectly imperfect. I hope some saliva flew out towards you on that one with those peas. Weedy, easy beans, sunny. You got this. I'm nervous, but I got it. I could get good advice, but can I follow it? Yes, I can, and I will. I'm on education and do training and professional development meetings often. It's so fun once you get used to it. It is. And then after a while, I was like, oh, that went by fast. Just like a good video. When I have a good video, even when I'm editing it and I finally watch like the last playthrough, I'm like, how long is this video? Because it feels like 5 minutes at that. And it's like 20 something minutes. I was like, that's a good video, in my opinion. I used to teach floral design, loved it, but was so nervous I would get sick just before class started. I've been there so much that like the lactic acid will come up, and I'm like, man, just because of butterflies, I get so nervous. Now, not so much. For the fashion show, I wasn't. Yesterday, I wasn't too nervous, other than after I already had turned around at on during my catwalk. When I turned around, that's when I was like, ugh, what's happening? And I was like, hold it together. You already did the hard part. And it was only a few seconds. That's all I kept telling myself. It's only a few seconds. You walk up, you come back, relax, smile, try to suck in your muffin top. And unfortunately, I had two of them. So I got in control of one of them. Happy anniversary, Sunny. Thank you. Knowledge you share with all of us. Thank you, Deb. But I learned a lot from you all. I really do. I really, really do, more than y'all know. And emails too. I'm getting more emails of encouragement and advice and screenshots of what I share and what they know of it. And it's not correcting me. It's welcome. So I don't look at it as like correcting me. It's teaching me, because I don't know everything and I don't try to know everything, but I want to learn as much as possible. Thank you, Mary. Nana Tink. I've been following Nana Tink for quite a while. Probably like at least as long as I've been following Jimmy. So that's probably like 3 years. I want to say 3 years. Or getting close to that, along with with Victoria. They're both amazing. I'm so bummed public speech class of college. It was the only class I struggled besides engineering. I did really good with I think it was English 101. Is that high school or college? But one of my classes, I did really good when it came to debates, because what people would tell me, like one guy was going to argue with me, and the topic was the lottery and how it was illegal and they don't want it in Hawaii. I was out at Leeward Community College. People used to call it last chance college, and I called it life changing college, so much to where they started using that term and hired me as a peer mentor for the college. I started in a blog, photography, got published, and that was all while still attending college and associate's degree. But the guy in was talking about the lottery, but right before he was talking about the lottery, he was talking about his gambling and cockfighting and all these other things. So I knew it was a no brainer. So I threw that just back in his face, and he just like, oh my god, like, you're right, but you're wrong for putting my business out there. I had to get an ace. It was either you get a C or an A. The winner got an A, and I just killed it. And that's almost like politics. You one up somebody. Good to see you, G Abbott. Good to see you. I resell Target merchandise by the truckload. And yes, he does, folks. Give him a follow. Cashflow Fam has a YouTube channel and Instagram. Very lovely people, very nice, very polite. Naomi Aku Halangi from Auckland, New Zealand. Hello and welcome. Savannah Sergeant, wink and a wave, wink and a wave. I gotta figure out the emojis as I'm reading them. Deanne says, "Hello, Sunny and everyone." Rita in the house. Rita, aren't you in Arizona? I believe you're in Arizona, right? I think so. And if you are, I hope I get to meet you when I go out there. I'm part-time reseller education educator. Have recently started YouTube channel. Jojo the Thrifty Teacher. Aw, I want to do more for teachers. I said it in one of the videos at the Boulder Highway swap meet that there was some boxes of like paintings or markers, and I was like, "Oh, these are for kids. If you find these, if you can, pick them up and donate them to your school." And I'd even take my own advice. But then somebody said it. I don't think they said it because like threw it back at me. I think they're giving just advice. And I was like, man, I went back there and tried to look for it. It was gone. Somebody swooped it up. But next time, I am gonna do that. But there's a lot of things I do that people say that I just don't highlight. I just don't feel everything I need to use for like anything. It just comes naturally. Letty Valdez, I have spoken on many different occasions, and every time I get butterflies in my stomach. Just watch ya. Full-time reseller YouTube content with live auctions weekly on my channel. Yes, she is very, very active. Her and Victoria. Thanks for coming in and chat. Please give a thumbs up. Yes, please do. What do we got here? FleeCon Charlie. Got to see Charlie again. This guy's amazing, folks. He was saying, when are we going to go out there, as in the arbitrages, go back out to California? I want to go back out to California, and I'm going to see about sometime after we get back from New York. Got to plan it at least a weekend or just a 2 day, like go one day, put in some work, come back the next day. But I want to take my wife and have her more involved in what I'm doing. She likes to shop, so which is good, and people love seeing her in the videos. But I do want to go to the San Bernardino bins. I think that's the one we went to. That's a lot closer. I know those are like 1 day things we could do. And we got Cheryl De La Cruz that's out there. Amazing person. Got to meet her in person when we're in the boutique. And then Linda Dean is also out there. So I'm not sure who else is out there in the San Bernardino area, if that is where it is. But a lot of things I want to do. Kathy, aka Granny Franny, 9.99 super chat. Hello, Granny. You don't have to give me a super chat to say hello. I would have said hello to you anyways. But thank you so much. I very much appreciate your donation of 9.99. There we go, Brandon. That's what it is. Super chat. Yes, music was on. Okay, good. I was just thinking about that as I did it. I know I'm behind in the chat, but I don't want to leave people out. I am not hearing it at all. No music. I even tried to play on YouTube and nothing. Um, so I need to figure out what's going on. Or maybe this system just requires like an outlet of its own to plug in and doesn't have its own speakers. I'm not sure. Actually, I see speakers. I'll figure it out. Means hi, Manuela. Means open and honest. Hmm. Are you going? Are you guys going live at the event? If this is for the reseller cartel, reseller cartel. Well, actually, since I said that, I should ask Mikey if he's going to do it. I think I did ask him, but him and Supercourt were super busy. They had family to go to and visit, I believe, out in California. Um, so I wasn't trying to pester him with comments and let him enjoy it. And I heard some funny stories from him, but that's his stories to tell. Uh, I can't wait till he shares them if he if he does. But if he doesn't, I will. I'll go live on here. I'll find out more information on that and share it throughout the social media things. Like today, I wasn't even planning on coming on live, but I know that I need to feed my process of things and share, recap, thank people, talk good about what's happened. So just things I wanted to share and put out, as most of us do. Um. Oh, but Asia, at the and for everybody else, the List Perfectly event at the end of next month, they do have tickets to get virtual tickets. For those who feel like, oh man, it's a bummer I can't make it, you can still make it. Just get a virtual ticket. Go half with somebody if you need to, and just share it. Watch it together. Eat some popcorn. And if you got any questions, I'm sure they're going to ask. And they've been doing that too. List Perfectly, when they go out to events and traveling throughout the states, they are having lives. And usually Doug is one where he's listening to all the noise and trying to understand what people are saying and people asking questions. But it's fun. I like to see people mingling and just the craziness that happens of just meeting one another in this community that we're in that's continuing to grow. Hola, Yolanda. How's it going? Um, I hope it goes well, Mary. I'll be thinking of you and your mother. I wish you well and a smooth recovery. Hope you get some answers soon. Um, it's funny I did that because at the fashion show, when the first time I walked, I was trying to like throw a heart and then like blow a kiss to my wife because she was in the front. So I did this thing. I was like I looked at my hands like what the like what am I doing? That was like the nervous part of just being extra in the moment. I really think you should make a meetup at Broadacres. Marketplace is busier, but Saturdays more people come to. I get that. Um, the only reason why we thought about the Boulder Highway swap meet, a lot of people who follow us really like the calm, quieter places. And there, it's nothing bad about Broad Acres. They have a ton of stuff. They have quite a bit of items to source from individuals, vendors. But we just found this to just be more of like how we wanted it, calmer. And sometimes like we'll make a little money. I'm not saying we're gonna be rich in one day off of it. Like we'll make a little bit of money, but it's more of just starting small, but also doing something with the Boulder Highway Swap Meet, who's been there for 7 years. I talked to Dave, the owner, and they have their reason and purpose there. So I'm gonna do an intro of him. I didn't ask him before. I talked to him for like an hour when I was asking about renting a section there at the Boulder Highway Swap Meet, and he had said, told me a story about it, not everything, but a lot, and just talking to the guy who was really relaxed. And when I see him, he goes and says hello. Either I approach him first or he comes. But he's been following me and Mikey since we first went over there. He giggled, and I was like, "Hey, Dave, are you Dave?" And he was like, "I'm Dave." And I was like, "Hey, we're thinking about having a meetup here." And he was like, "Oh, I follow you. I follow you." So I was like, "Oh man, is that a good thing?" But he was like, "Yeah, man, I love to have you. I like what you are doing, and it matches like with his type of people that he has too. Really good vendors out there, very welcoming. If you haven't seen the flea market videos or the swap meet videos from there, people are amazing. But so are Broadacres too. So eventually we'll end up going to Broadacres, but I know this first one's going to be really raw. A couple of tables, things sitting around, some racks, and like I said, we're guys, just those cavemen type of dudes. But we're working on that. We're working on getting things bigger and better, and the experience for you all who get a visit and see it on the tubes. Well, I meant hi from the G. uh, that's funny. Yep, been in this YouTube train. You always been one of the best and always grounded. You do you. That'll love. Much respect, sweetie. Thank you, Nana Ting. Uh, Real Squirrel Christian. Christian didn't make it to Las Vegas, folks. She got stuck in the bins. No, I'm just joking. I don't know exactly what happened, but she did end up winning one of the tickets to come to the dinner for the trash cash. She was supposed to come, and then some things happened, and she said, "I'm not gonna be able to make it." But that just helped get a ticket to somebody else, passing it forward, and I think that's really nice of her to do that. And then Angie, well, first it was Angie. Angie couldn't make it. She gave it to Kristen. Kristen couldn't make it, and then it ended up going. Who was it? can't remember who got it. I think they passed it too. They just couldn't make it, and it was a local too. They worked that day. Oh, you're in Cali? For some reason, I was thinking Arizona. Northern, far. It's far. It sounds far on the map. It's like this far, but when you drive, it's like I'm gonna have to fill up twice. I'm telling you, I'm something else, man. My wife just cracks up when I'm around people. She's like, "How do people even listen to you?" I was like, "I don't know. I don't know." Having a garage sale tomorrow. Oh, Manny's having a garage sale tomorrow, folks. So you're in Las Vegas. Manny, are you sharing that on your Instagram? Manny has an Instagram. It's the same name on there. Put it in your stories and have the address if you want to share. But Manny comes across quite a bit of stuff. I got some pants from him a few months back. Some Stussy pants. It was like a color block of I think red, yellow, no, black, yellow, and green, I think. And I got them for 20 bucks off of them, and then I ended up selling them on Whatnot for 120 bucks. But he knew the worth of it. Well, actually, he said most people are selling them for 60 bucks, and I said I think I could get more out of it. And I think the reason for that is because I add measurements of the waist, even though it has it on a label. You always want to make sure it matches. And then the rise, I add that if it's zip fly, button fly, um, I add the leg inseam and then the leg openings, and it only takes a few seconds. But from 60 bucks to 120, get out of here. I did pretty good. Lynn Glenn. Hello, Lynn Glenn. Haven't said hi in a little whiles. Well, hello. Jojo the teacher meant a lot. Big fan of yours. Ooh, that's what I like. I like people connecting. They call Sunny because you are such a ray of sunshine. Um, there was something today about my name, and I was like, it was cheesy. I don't remember it. It's just something I was thinking in my head. Carol F. Hello, Sunny. I'm working on getting started as a reseller. All the equipment needed to your videos are helping me learn. And it was like I tell other people, folks, even if it's not my channel or this information isn't just for me. When I say reach out to me, email me, think about that about other people who are out there that have experience and you feel they're approachable. Leave them a comment in the comments and then email them. Usually their email is in the description, and that's another thing I'm glad this has come up. When I say this in the description, YouTube has it to where there's like a little bit of wording, and then at the end has more. And then you click on that, it opens up a little bit, and sometimes you have to scroll up and down and play with the screen somehow to get all the information. And usually those answers are there of what you want. But for specific items, to reach out to somebody like myself, my email's in there, sunnylasvegas702 at gmail.com. And I get those often. And I also don't just look at emails as like, okay, I answered you, get out of here. It's more like, hey, after a few weeks or a few days, I'm like, hey, how are you doing? Are you doing well? How are things going? And I'm just curious. I I, I wouldn't I'd like that when people do it for me. Just people caring, concern, is like, oh, little pat on the back. Got some friends, people thinking about you. People may not be watching you at all times, but people are definitely thinking about you. And where one person stops thinking, another person fills in the gap. And with as much people in the community that's here, people are thinking about people for good, the good reasons. So if you have any questions, Carol, about anything, if I could help, if you feel I could assist you, please let me know. And that goes for anybody else. Thanks for sharing. Keep on growing and doing what you do. Yay! I am definitely not gonna stop. Um, my videos are another thing. That freaking tablet really pissed me off. Art of Resale. Will I ever upload videos with them? Actually, Jesus, I have. Wait, no. I've been with Art twice. We went to the flea market. Kristen was there, a Rural Squirrel, Jimmy Old School Flips, Art's brother. Paco, who's usually the cameraman, and you could hear him and see him at times. I got to meet him as well again, or not just meet him. I got to see both of them again here at the Trash Cash podcast. I really like the videos that Art and Kevin Commonwealth had on TikTok, and also sharing on Instagram. But I'm pretty sure the long form content is either probably already out or coming out soon. Just really fascinating the way Art does his work. He has an eye for his own style, and it does very, very well. And I'm not jealous. Not at all. No, I love the man. There, he's an amazing guy. Had dinner with them as well. The people I just mentioned. And Nacho Daddy. I liked it so much that we went to Nacho Daddy again at the same place after the fashion show because it was like 10 minutes, six and a half, or what was it? Like half a mile away from the fashion show. So we just walked over there. I really didn't want to walk, but everybody else wanted to walk. But Jesus, I'm sure that's coming. I'm sure it's coming. That guy's busy, man. Really busy. Ellen says, I'm still getting started. Thanks for the help. You're welcome. Looking forward to hearing you and do at Swap Meet. Wishing you much luck and success. Thank you. It's gonna be good. I'm excited about it. But I need to make some hats. At least like at least like 15 hats total. No, maybe more. Reseller cartel hats, Mikey Bags of Money hats, and Sunny Las Vegas hats. And if possible, I'm gonna end up making more buttons. Oh, these are. Ooh, what happened? Uh-oh. Can y'all hear me? I don't know what happened, folks. Ooh. Ooh. What happened right here? And then I just got small. Let me see. How's this camera work? That was scary. I don't know what I hit. I tapped the side of the laptop and it went. Hi from Long Island. Enjoy your visit to the Big Apple. I will. Um. Oh, we're gonna be there the entire month or week. Why do I keep saying month? We're gonna be there entire first week of May, and on the 7th is gonna be the day that I hope to. Well, there's at least two people I know, maybe three. If Mike's not busy, who I got to meet, he came down from New York for the Trash Cash event. Quite a bit of people came, folks. A lot of people, a lot of amazing people, a lot of fun people. And I'm following every one of them. I think on YouTube. Majority of them have YouTube channels. But May 7th is the day that my wife has blessed me with to say, like, all right, you could go thrifting. But it's not going to be all day. Wouldn't want to thrift all day. But I would love to have as much people as possible to just meet up with and maybe have some coffee, a little brunch, maybe a little bit of brewskis, and do a little bit of thrifting, maybe in a different order or all at the same time. Anything's possible. I got family somewhere in Vegas. I have family in Vegas. I have no idea where they are though. I get relatives saying, "Oh, your cousins over there." I was like, "Okay, tell me more," and they don't. I'm so bummed, Sonny. I wanted to go to Vegas with y'all so bad, but I'm traveling with Mr. Squirrel, and we're in the Midwest again this week. Ben's Day tomorrow. Hey, you're with your love of your life. Nothing to be sad about. But FOMO is a real thing. Grasso posted on Craigslist. There you go, folks. Where is everybody watching from? Where are y'all visiting from? And for those who come in later after the live is over, where are you watching from? Let us know. Here's across streets. Jones, Upland. Wait for it. Hey, Sunny, SF Bay. Wait for it. Was it you that asked me the other day if I was? Somebody asked me on, I think on Instagram, or maybe it was here on YouTube on my last video. Somebody was saying I need to go up to the Bay Area, specifically San Francisco Bay, San Fran. And we've been up there. I think it was like 3 years. We had a week out there too, and I loved it. The food was amazing. Um, yeah, the food was amazing. We had a good stay out there. My wife said, I want to go here again. But out of all the places we've been to lately, besides Hawaii, which we're gonna go in June. I know what you're thinking. How the hell are you doing this, wifey? So yeah, we're going to Hawaii in June for my wife's birthday. Um, gonna spend a week out there. We still have family out there. Her cousins, her auntie, um, and one of her cousins who's out there. He's still in high school, and he is kicking butt at wrestling. So I hope that the matches go long enough for me to see some of them and support them. But MJ is a really good kid, and I'm proud of him. He's kicking butt out there, and he's new to Hawaii too because he's been out here the whole time. Well, as a kid in Hawaii in Oahu, and then here in the Ninth Island, and then they went back. I think maybe it's been a just shy of a year now. But I think New Orleans. Have any of y'all ever been to New Orleans? New Orleans is one of the places where, when we left there, my wife said, when we come again, we need to bring friends. And I believe Katie and Vicky, I was talking to them either yesterday or a few days before. We are talking about New Orleans, about doing that. So save your monies. I love Vegas. Gambling is so fun. Reselling is gambling. Trying to find something. To me, reselling is a lot more safer than gambling because I know if I lose, say, $100, I could make so much more off of $100. And I really get pissed off when I lose so much to where just the other day I told my wife, I said, I'm not gonna gamble no more. It just doesn't make sense for me. Like when you win is awesome, but in that case, when you lose, which is majority of times, it's like it's not worth it. It doesn't make sense to me anymore. So I'm really trying to be better with money. Linda Dean, thank you all for you doing a reselling community. And thank you too, Linda Dean. I love seeing you. I love that usually we have a drink or two around each other. And it was a good event. It's always a pleasure just being around you. You make me smile. I feel like we're related. I feel like we've known each other for a long time, and that you're always good peoples. Um, Reseller family, as they say. We saw your caricature. Uh, Me got quite a bit of caricatures. Your wife is the best. Spoil her. Shh, Rita. Can't just say I'm going to spoil her. Then it's expected. They just bring it. Rancho Cucamonga. I can't say it, but I've been out there. When I went with Carrie and our lady Carrie and Dawn, the arbitrages, we went out there for I would say like a week, I think. Um, and it is expensive. I don't know how the people in California go to thrift stores and resell because the prices of the thrift stores that we went to was like three times above like eBay prices. And I don't just mean like just eBay. I'm just trying to make it simple. It's like all the sites, Etsy, all these other things. I was like, where are these getting these prices from? Like resellers can't be going to thrift stores like that all the time. They have to be going to garage sales, yard sales, make connections, networking. And I know that for a fact to be 99% true, which I don't have all the information about it. But Cali Luis is a really good friend and he shares with me like how he does it. And then I follow Charlie Fleecon, who was just up here earlier. Um, for those asking when we're going to go back to California, we're working on that. Definitely want to go back time and time again. Georgia, Jerry's out in Georgia, Northern Cali, Alabama, Bama. Got a good friend, Bama John. He's a YouTuber, a really good guy. When he comes in, he's just like sunny, and I'll be like Bama. I gotta like extend the text in the chat when he's on somebody else's, and I'm reaching out to him to say hello. Cat from NYC. Sunny, keep us posted about New York. I love and when and where. Yeah, the 7th, I know for sure. The 7th. We're gonna be in Manhattan, so I'm gonna look at what thrift stores are out there. Mike, one of the guys from New York who came down, said that there are no bins there in New York. So which is fine. I can't have too much stuff, but apparel is easy to fold up. And I'm probably gonna have like a carry-on luggage. And I think I don't remember what airline we're taking. Definitely not Spirit. I would never want to be going through them from what I've seen. But some people have good outcomes with them. It's family members that I've heard. Steph V, Annette Mercado, shut up. Manny watching That's so funny. Central Florida behind Disney World. What? Penny, does it get so loud being behind Disney that it's like, shut up? Like you yell at them and they're like, they can't hear you, but you still yell it anyways? But that's pretty cool. There's a lot of Disney stuff. A lot of Disney. That's what I forgot. I didn't share that video yet. But I ended up finding some vintage wooden boxes. And from what I Google lensed, there are a handful of out there. And what people are saying they are not correct. And one of two of them have stickers of Disney, like this old school little, like back in the day where it goes through a little machine that you crank and stamps it on there, and it has Disneyland, and then it has information that's cut off. And then I looked at the other one, same thing, and I was like, what are these from? So I think that's going to bring it more value, even though there's some out there, but those people are going to look at who else has it and try to adjust it. Most people don't. Northern Illinois. Do you hate, Kathy, when people say noise? Illinois? Because I used to say that, so I got corrected. Southern Kakalaki. I was stationed, or not stationed. I had basic training out in South Carolina. Easiest, easiest ever. Y'all don't want to know how easy it was for me. And the people that are like hardcore military be like, I hate you. It was so easy for me. I am P right now, but I am a snowbird, so I'm in Florida for the winter. Florida is another one. We're talking about going to Florida as well. It'll probably be next year, but who knows? It might come sooner than that, depending on my wife's vacation. But we want to go, and Dave NC Picker was saying I think they're more south, and where my wife want to go is more central. But then Cat, I believe, is Cat Turner's Flipper is like north. I could be wrong. It could be the totally different way. They could both not be in Florida, but I think they are. But we want to go up that way, go see them. But I will see Kat the Nurse Flipper. She's gonna be at the event too, folks, in Arizona. So I'm excited about that. Oh, and I gotta meet Ginger, Marv, Kathy, and Chris. I was like, man. When I seen them, I was like, they're just so quiet to themselves. And I was like, I'm gonna go disturb their peace. And I was talking to them for a while. They're really good people. I'm excited to meet them. Or I was excited to meet them. I was even more excited just conversating with them. Really, really good people in this community. I can't tell you. And if you never heard of Ginger Marv, you need to go check them out. They're probably on. They're probably ending right now. Let me see. I've been on an hour and 2 minutes, and maybe we could go raid them, folks. Give me a second, because today is Thursday, and they're usually on. Yes, they are on. Folks, let me see. Give me a second. I don't know if any of you could do the drop the link, but I got some packing to do to finish up for my whatnot. I wanted to talk more about the trash to cash and what's coming, but I think I kind of covered a lot of it, and there'll be videos coming out. But I'm gonna drop the link for Ginger Marv, Kathy and Chris, and we're gonna go hang out with them. I like to, after my lives, I like to go hang out in their lives. Neighbor having garage sales Saturday. Save some things, you know. In fact, Terry wants to buy from me to flip. Okay. And also Carrie does have her own channel now, the Desert Mermaid. Hey, what's up, Brian? What is up, my dude? Long time. I hope you're doing well. I just moved from NYC to Orlando, Florida. Woo! So you're saying we might meet in the future? I hope. I got a local state commercial. They know. They know why. Sounds sus, but a freaking awesome way. What the heck? This live stream, I keep getting commercials. Um, don't know what you're talking about. Actually, I do. I monetize this live, folks. Gonna make a little bit of money, something. Let me get Ginger Marv on here, folks. Give me a second. All right, I'm gonna drop the link in here, and then I'll give it a few minutes. Go through. All right, I just dropped the link. Oh, was that what you just dropped, Dan? Thank you. Um, head over to Ginger Marv. I'll be over there in the background. We'll hang out with them. They're really good people. Tell them the Reseller Cartel, Sunny Las Vegas, and Mikey Bags of Money sent you. What's up, Mikey? I hope you did good at the thing with Carrie. Let's head over, folks. Link right there. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you're doing well. You see more of me, and we'll see about having a live on Saturday. And then I have a feeling I'll do like a tourist live when I'm in New York. I usually don't do lives like that, but my broski is really encouraging, and I think it'll be fun being a tour guide and learning some things about New York, sharing with you as well. So I'm headed over there to Marvin Ginger Marv. I'm gonna drop it again. We're gonna go over there and support the peeps. All right, I'm out of here. And three, two, one, deuces.